We learned in the first part of the chapter about the Gregor Mendel. He is the father of genetics. He conducted the breeding experiment on the garden pea plant. Garden pea plant, its scientific name is Payasum sativa. You may be asked to write the scientific name of the plant that Gregor Mendel conducted his experiment. That is a question, Payasum sativa. Then why Mendel selected the garden pea for his experiments? That is also a question. That is, many varieties were available in alternative forms of a character. Here alternative forms, here it is shown here. Flower color is the character. Its alternative forms are purple and white. Then seed color, it's a character. Its alternative forms are yellow and green are the alternative forms of character. So many alternative forms of character, pure varieties with alternative forms were available there. Then peas are normally self-pollinated plant. You learned the flower structure of pea plant. Usually it is self-pollinated plant. If we want, we can pollinate it artificially. Then Mendel crossed pure breeding varieties. First by taking only one feature at a time. One feature meaning either the only taking one feature, seed color or flower color. Only one feature at a time he done his experiment first. Such a type of cross is known as monohybrid cross. Explain that monohybrid cross, and then if such a question is there, you can write that taking only one feature. It is the cross between two plants taking one contrasting pair of character at a time. That is the monohybrid cross. Then by taking two feature together, that is dihybrid cross. Then he tried with all the 7 features and his observations were similar. He tried 7 features. Here it is shown here the 7 features. Then Mendel conducted his experiment, that are the flower color, seed color, seed shape, round and wrinkled. Then pod color, here you can see the pod color, green and yellow. Then pod shape, inflated and constricted shape. Flower position, axillary. Axillary meaning from the axil of the leaf flower is coming. The terminal meaning at the tip of the branch the flower is coming. That is the flower position. Then plant height, the tall and dwarf. These are the characters Mendel, contrasting 7 characters he done his experiment. Then here case number 1. One of the monohybrid crosses is shown below in figure 3.7. A pure breeding plant bearing terminal flowers was pollinated with pure breeding plant having axillary flower. Tall plant with dwarf variety, that are pure tall cross with pure dwarf variety. Here the first one is terminal flower. Terminal flower and auxiliary flower is crossed in the first case here. In the terminal flower, it is from here you learn that the terminal, that is a recessive trait, and auxiliary flower, that is a dominant trait here. So terminal flower, it is a recessive trait. It is represented by small a, and axillary flower, that is a dominant trait. So it is representing capital A. That gametes that coming from the terminal flowering plant is only the capital A will be supplied from the terminal flowering plant, and the pollen containing only small a, and here the ovules from the axillary flowering plant, it can provide only the capital A. Then the hybrid formed by crossing these two plants will have the capital A and small a gene inside it. Here you can see capital A and small a gene is present in the hybrid plant, and it show only the axillary. All the plants will have axillary flowers in it because there is a dominant gene of axillary flower here. So all the plant phenotypically or externally they all will be bearing axillary flowers. Then genetically it will be capital A and small a. Here again the self-pollination is done in the second generation. Again we can see the second generation is produced from this plant. So a male and female plants or part is taken, self-pollinated. So pollen and carpel or ovule may be taken from this plant, only the plant with the axillary flowering. You know that the pollen it produce capital A and small a male plant and a female plant is taken. From the male plant, pollen will contain capital A and small a is its genetic combination. So the pollen may containing capital A and small a. Female also, when it produce its ovule, that may contain capital A and small a. If pollination occur between these plant, if this capital A combine with this capital A female, then the combination will be capital A, capital A. If this capital A combine with the ovule from this side, small a, then the combination will be capital A, small a here. Then again, if this small a combine with this capital A, again the combination will be capital A and small a. If this A combine with the small a from here, then another combination will be small a, small a. From here we can see we will get a ratio of 3 axillary flowering plant and 1 terminal flowering plant. That is the combination. 3:1 will be the combination externally. Then if we look at genetic combination, we can see that 1 capital A, capital A, capital A, homozygous 1 plant. These two are heterozygous. 3:2. Then again 1 homozygous recessive plant is also there. 1 homozygous recessive 1:2:1. 2 homozygous plant. 1 capital A, 1 small a and 2 capital A, small a plant will be here. Then again in case 2 you can see pure tall pea plant were crossed with dwarf plant and the progenies in the F1 and F2 generation were obtained as follows. Here in the textbook, pure tall plant crossed with a dwarf plant, the progenies. Tall, its male gametes are shown here and female gametes are here, and the combination capital T with small t, the combination is here, all with the capital T, small t. Then here in the second generation, if this capital T, small t, if the hybrid tall plant, if it is self-pollinated, its pollen, male and female part will only bearing, male will containing capital T, small t. If we take one plant from here, its genetic combination will be capital T, small t, capital T, small t. T combined with here, this T combined with here, the 3:1 will be genotypic ratio 1:2:1. Phenotypically 3 is to 1. I am doing it on the board. If you have to, for the examination, you have to write it your own. You may be asked if a pure tall plant grows with a dwarf plant, write the F1 and F2 generation. It may be asked for you. For it, I am doing it for you. Capital T, capital T. It's pure tall plant. It's genetic. When it form, its separate gametes will be only T, and pure dwarf plant, its gametes contain only small t and small t. If these T combine with this one, capital T, small t, and this combine with again this one, capital T, small t. If this combine with the capital T, small t, and this again combine with the capital T, small t, then all the generation, all the plant will be tall. In the first generation, all tall plant will be produced in the F1 generation. F1 generation produce all the tall plant. In the F2 generation, if we take one plant from the hybrid variety and if we self-pollinated it, the gametes, male and female, will be only self-pollination, meaning if we are doing like this, self-pollinate, if we take this one of the plant from here and it is, we are again producing another generation, F2 generation from this variety, hybrid variety, the gametes produce male. Here we are taking the male and from here we are taking the female. Male will be capital T, small t, and here female also capital T, small t. If this T combined with this one, capital T, and this T combined with the small t, again capital T, small t. Here this small t combined with this one, capital T, small t. Here again this small t combined with this one, again small t, small t. Here we can see that one is pure tall plant and two plants produced is hybrid or heterozygous. They are heterozygous tall plant. Externally 3 tall plants and 1 dwarf plant is produced in this generation. One is homozygous tall and 2 plant. We can see genotypic ratio, genotype. Genotype is 1:2:1. 1 tall plant, homozygous tall, 2 heterozygous tall, and 1 homozygous dwarf plant. Here phenotypically, phenotype ratio is 3:1. Phenotype, that is the 3:1, that is 1 tall plant, 3 tall externally or expressed character is 3 tall plant and 1 dwarf is produced here. From that, here again the case 3 is shown here. Case 3, here round and wrinkled seeds are crossed here. Female wrinkled, you can see the wrinkled seed and round seed here. Wrinkled, it is a recessive trait, and this is the round is the dominant trait. Here also you can see that the same ratio is produced. Capital R, small r with capital R. All the first generation express only the, or phenotypically all are round seed. In the second generation you can see that one capital R, two plants are capital R, small r, and only one is small r. Here 3:1 ratio. Genotypic ratio is 1:2:1 and phenotypic ratio 3:1. Then